All right, I'm going to start the evening here. NASCAR, Kyle, Jeff, and Bald. Just waiting on Bald guy to check in here.
The bald guy.
All right. And for my marshals, if I could get my GT12 guys that are available, we got Conrad, I see, Sumner, perfect. Austin's coming out. All you guys. Bunch of Johnny on the spots. I love it. All right, we'll wait for Austin to get in place there. All right, if you guys want to go ahead and get them rolling, we can start this qualifying session. Round one, Q1, if you will. 5 minutes, box stock NASCAR. Get yourself spread out a little bit. I'll start it after you guys cross the timing and scoring loop here. All right, we are live. All right, everybody's now on the clock. See what Bald's opening lap is here. Opening lap is a 15.851. Kyle with a 15.969. Jeff with a 16.049. So the entire field is, well, less than 0.2 of a second away from each other. So everybody's going to have to be real good at putting those laps in. Kyle just jumped up with a 15.765. Bald answers back with a 15.5. Kyle 15.6. So you guys are 0.05 of a second away from each other. Jeff's only 3.5 seconds behind. So Kyle's cut that down to 0.04 of a second. And now we've swapped. Kyle now out in front. 0.2 of a second still separate them. One 1/100th of a second separates them. Now 0.3. Kyle still out in front. .230 down, 2:30 to go. Here's where we are. Kyle with a 20.515.2. Bald with a 20.515.6. They're still 0.1 of a second away from each other. Jeff with a 18.507.
Two minutes left.
I wish we could do a mic'd up thing. We just had Bald mic'd up for his runs here. I'll definitely get an explicit tag though at some point. All right, 90 seconds to go, and they are now 0.6 of a second away from each other. Kyle's still out in front. Caution at the back sweeper there. Up. Maybe you can draft off him a little bit and pick up those 5 seconds, Bald.
1 minute left. "45 seconds left.
Oh, slipping right by, took the inside line. Oh, coming on the back stretch there. He did pick up 0.3 of a second there.
30 seconds left.
But Kyle fought him off. 26 seconds to go. They are nose to tail here. Ball took another 1/10 of a second off,
left.
but it is quite the hill he has to climb. Ball's just giving him a preview of what's available in the mains for him. All right, everybody is still live. Keep it going. Jeff, you got one more lap to go.
Kyle Brummett done. The bald guy done.
Whoa! All right, bring it around one more time, Jeff. Get your official number in here. Kyle with a 19.5 even. Bald guy with a 19.506. Jeff coming across the line here.
All drivers are finished.
With an 18.515.
Jeff Wellman done.
All right, gonna need my Vibe TC guys. Kyle, Bald, and Jeff, please head on back out there. And then if we have one volunteer, that would be great. Well, 2 volunteers. I would like 2 volunteers, actually. Nice to have 5 people out there. So Bill, Mike, Conrad, and Austin, you're up. And I'm going to need Kyle, Bald, and Jeff out there to marshal, please. And then I need 2 volunteers, please. 2 volunteers. 21.5 TC is next.
Conrad Brunner.
Thank you, Lou. John, you coming out too?
Stivers. Austin Tunney.
All right, we'll just wait for Kyle. And John, I see you're heading over there. Thank you. Either one, up to you.
Mike Miles.
All right, all you guys are checked in. Just wait for our marshals to get in place. All right, guys, if you want to go ahead and get them rolling here, spread yourselves out a little bit. We are live. All right, Conrad out to an early 13.5 lap. Other fast laps to start. Austin with a 13.9. Bill with a 13.9. There we go. Mike just dropped a 16.7, so he's a vast improvement over his previous lap. All right, we are 90 seconds in. Conrad still out in front with a 22.503. Austin with a 22.507. Bill with a 21.501. Austin 0.8 of a second behind Conrad, and Bill just 2.6 seconds behind Austin. All right, who is that? Little contact there. Oh. There we go. All right, coming up on 2:30 left to go. Conrad still out in front with a 22.502. Austin 22.509, 2.5 seconds behind Conrad. Bill 9.2 seconds behind the leaders.
2 minutes left.
That might have taken him out there for the qualifying. All right, 90 seconds to go. Austin has caught up a little bit to Conrad here, now just 2 seconds behind.
One minute left.
Austin currently has the fast lap for the round with a 13.143. Conrad with a 13.368. Bill had a 13.4 before he took himself out.
45 seconds left.
And Mike has got his fast lap down to a 15.8. There we go.
30 seconds left.
That green and gold car will be money pretty soon. Now Austin's taking that down to 1/10 of a second here.
Left.
Looks like he might get one more lap in. And he is coming for Conrad. Now he's down 1.14. Think this is going to be each of their last laps here. Conrad's got one more in him.
Austin Tunney done.
Austin took that, so let's see. Conrad's now got a clean lap to run here. Can he get that TQ back?
Conrad Brunner done.
No, Austin got the TQ by 1.6 seconds, a 22.503 to Conrad's 22.505.
All drivers are finished.
Mike came in with a 17.510.
Mike Miles done.
And there you go. All right, let's please put our cars down and come back out for our 21.5 touring car, 7-person heat. Consistent improvement, Mike. Nicely done. Get that heart rate going. It's good for you.
Greg Huey. Phil Raya. Lou Torres. Kyle Brummett. Chris Simpson. Cracker.
All right, need my marshals back out here, please. And do we have one person out there that could volunteer? One person left out in the
The
pits.
bald guy.
Thank you, Bill. Oh, sorry. I assumed naturally. Thank you, Austin. Jeff, thank you for jumping in. Appreciate it. All right, just wait for our last marshal to get into place. If you guys want to get them rolling, get spread out here, we'll start this Q1 21.5. All right. That is a full field of 21.5 touring car. I love it. Very interested to see where Chad ends up here. Cracker. He's taking his vibe up to the next level. And to the best of my knowledge, he's running the same motor. So this will be interesting to see where he ends up. Oofa, that was a big one. Watch out through the sweeper. Caution through the sweeper. All right, we're just over 90 seconds in. Chris Simpson out front with a 26.506. Greg Huey at 25.507. Kyle 25.509. Cracker 24.505. Bald Guy 24.510. Phil with a 20.507. And Lou, unfortunately, is out. Thanks, Austin. All right, we are halfway through. Chris Simpson still out in front. His fast lap, an 11.58. Next fastest lap is 11.7 by Greg Huey, followed by a 12 even Kyle. Kyle's now in the number 2 slot with a 25.507. Greg Huey, 0.8 of a second behind Kyle. Bald Guy, 6.4 seconds behind Greg Huey. Cracker, 3.2 seconds behind Bald.
Left.
And Phil, 19.5 behind Cracker. Kyle actually just put in his fastest lap, 14th lap in, 11.943. So your closest battle right now is between Kyle and Greg. Kyle, the pink car, fluorescent pink, hot pink. And Greg Huey, your purple fade to gray. So they are on opposite ends of the track right now.
One minute left. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds left.
All right, current running, Chris, Kyle, Greg. That's your 1, 2, 3 right there. Ball's moved up into the 4 spot. Cracker's still number 5. All right, everybody keep going, please.
Cracker done. Greg Huey done. Chris Simpson done. Kyle Brummett done. The Bald Guy done.
All right.
All
Nicely
drivers
done. Go
are
ahead and put your
finished.
cars down.
Phil Raya done.
GT12, you are up. Cracker, come up here for just 1 second, please. Cracker, come here for 1 second. So we just got one mic here, but I want to hear what you've done to switch over from Vibe TC to 21.5 so far.
So far, just tires, gearing, and body.
All right, tires, gearing, and body, and I know you got some stuff on order. So it'll be interesting to see as a baseline where you go from there. So it is still the original motor that was in there. All right, GT12. If I could have Phil, Cracker, Greg, Kyle, Phil, Cracker, Greg, Kyle, and Chris. I believe you 5 are available to Marshall, please.
Lou Torres. John Sumner.
Ah. That's an inexpensive one, but frustrating, I understand. Yeah.
Conrad Brunner. Stivers.
All right. Bald, need you to check in. And Austin, all right, cool. I see you guys going around here.
The bald guy. Austin Tunney.
Woo, easy does it. Alrighty, why don't you guys go ahead and get them rolling here. Get yourself spread out, and we will start this qualifying round 1 for GT12. We are underway. Bill, you are live. Conrad, you are live. Mr. Sumner, you are live. Bald guy, you are live. Lou, you're live. Austin, you are live. So get them in there. All right, Conrad opens up with a 13.6. Lou opens up with a 13.5. Austin with a 14 even. Sumner with a 14.1. Bill with a 14 even. And Bald Guy with a 14.5 to start off. Lou is already on a heater, just 2 or 3 laps in here. All right, 90 seconds in. Lou's out front with a 23.510. Conrad with a 22.502. Bald Guy, 22.512. John Sumner, 22.512. Austin with a 21.514. Closest race right now is Bald Guy and John Sumner. Sumner's only 0.5 of a second behind. Sorry, John Sumner just jumped up to the 3 spot. Bald Guy's half a second behind Sumner. Lou Torres, 2 seconds ahead of Conrad. All right, we are coming up on halfway through. Lou's fast lap, 13.3 in the 3rd lap. Conrad, 22.505. 3.5 seconds behind Conrad is Bald with a 22.512. Sumner, 2 seconds behind Bald with a 21.502. Austin with a 21.510. The whole field is about all in the same lap, basically.
Two minutes left.
Bill was being a little too tender with his motor screws, so he's out. Marshall's not having to do a lot of work this round here. Every one of them seems pretty chilled out, honestly. It was either last week Tuesday or Saturday. I can't recall. Lou turned in a like a 98.9% consistency on one of his qualifying rounds, so we'll see where he ends up. A minute 3 to go.
1 minute left.
Order is Lou, Conrad, Bald, John, and Austin.
"45 seconds left. "30 seconds left.
$20 to go.
15 seconds left.
Caution after the sweeper. All right, let's see. I'm not sure that's going to be enough for Bald Guy to capitalize on, take the number 2 spot.
Lou
Conrad
Torres
should
done.
hold on to that number 2 spot. Let's see here.
Conrad Brunner done.
Yep, Conrad held on to
John
number 2
Sumner
spot.
done.
Lou, your TQ with
Austin
a 22.5
Tunney done.
even. Conrad, 22.511. Bald, you're still live.
All drivers are finished.
There we go.
The bald
22.514.
guy done.
All right, that concludes Q1. It is 7:32 right now. We'll give you guys a little extra time. 7:50, 7:50 is when we'll start the next round. 7:50. I think Phil stepped in for you, so you got a little breathing room. Chad, are you doing it over there too? Yeah, thanks, man. All right, I think we're good for marshals then.
Kyle Brummett.
Get you guys checked in.
The bald guy. Jeff Wellman.
I think I'll let you do one more lap, and then we'll get started with Q2, NASCAR on-road. So after Jeff crosses here, we'll get it started. We are underway. All right, everybody's live here. Current TQ is Kyle with a 19.5 even. All right, we are coming up on 90 seconds here, and Kyle is in the lead with a 20.509. Besting his current TQ. Bald guy has a 25.14, only 0.7 of a second behind. Jeff only 5.5 seconds behind. Everybody's on the same lap. All right, bald guys cut that down to 0.1 of a second now. Now it's 0.02 of a second. We are halfway through here, and this race is heating up. 0.2 of a second between them right now. Oh. That Porsche body self-rights itself. All right, so that did cost bald guy a little bit of room here, down to 0.8 of a second.
Two minutes left.
All right, bald guy's got that down to 0.6 of a second. Both of them are better than Kyle's current TQ. Kyle with a 25.14, bald with a 25.15, less than half a second away from each other now. Three-tenths of a second now. One-tenth of a second. Now, if bald guy can pull this off, that will give him the TQ.
1 minute left.
He's got a minute now. Still 1/10 of a second. 45 seconds to go.
45 seconds left.
0.06 of a second between them.
30 seconds left.
Bald guy is now out in front with 15 seconds to go.
15 seconds
Only 8
left.
hundredths of a second ahead of Kyle here, but that will be the TQ. 0.02 of a second. Bald guy back up on top. 0.1 of a second. Complete those laps. Kyle, you're still live. Bald guy, you're still live. Kyle's out in front by 0.2 of a second right now.
Jeff Wellman done. Kyle Brummett done. All drivers are
And Kyle
finished.
takes it by 0.2 of a
The
second.
bald guy done.
It was back and forth every lap for the last few laps there. Jeff, also a huge improvement over your last one. 18.507. All right, Vibe TC, you guys are up. I will need a couple volunteers, please, for this race. But I need you NASCAR guys to put your stuff down and come back out as well. Stay off the buoys, Bill. Current TQ
Conrad
for Vibe is
Brenner.
Austin with a 22.503. Conrad was a little less than 2 seconds off of that, so it is close there.
Stivers. Mike Miles.
All right, I can see Austin over there putting his body on. Should be out in just a minute. All right, so we got John over there. We got Jeff. Bald guy's on his way out to help. Oh, and I got Kyle over there too. Great. Okay, cool. We're covered with marshals. There he comes.
Austin Tunney.
All right, Austin, why don't you get a warm-up lap in, and then we can get you guys started here. All right, go ahead and get you guys get yourselves spread out here, guys. They're looking pretty good right there, actually, so we'll go. Again, current TQ is 22.503. Everybody's live. Caution in the midfield. All clear. Getting some coaching up there on the stand. All right, we are coming up on 90 seconds in here. Conrad has the current lead with a 22.504, not quite TQ pace. Austin is 0.2 of a second behind him, though. And Austin actually just overtook him. Current fast lap is Austin with a 13.38. Conrad, a 13.5. And Bill with a 13.8 as well. All right, Austin had a little bobble there in the midfield. Let's see where that brings him. So that puts Bill Stivers into the number 2 spot, and Austin actually just claimed it back. But there is only 0.2 of a second between them. So that is your closest battle right now. Austin only 2.7 seconds behind Conrad. Conrad still does not quite have that new TQ pace to knock Austin off pole. And Conrad just put in his fastest lap at a 13.453.
2 minutes left.
All right, 2 minutes to go. Here's the rundown. 22.503 for Conrad. Still just not quite a TQ pace, about 0.4 of a second off. Austin with a 22.507. Bill with a 22.510. Mike with a 13.506. Minute 10 to go. Austin has closed that gap to 1.9 now. Bill just 3.5 seconds off of Austin.
1 minute left.
All right. Bill has now taken the TQ pace with a 22.5028. Again, the current TQ is a 22.5035.
45 seconds left.
So Conrad is on the razor's edge here to try and take TQ.
"30 seconds left.
Caution in the midfield. Caution in the midfield. All clear. Conrad's current pace is a 22.502.898, which would be good enough for a TQ. Let's see if he can hold it for the next 15 seconds or so here. Probably has about 2 laps to go.
Conrad Brunner done. Austin Tunney done.
And Bill finish it up.
Stivers done. All drivers are finished.
All right, Conrad takes
done.
the TQ by a half second, 22.5027. So Conrad, Austin, Bill, all of you guys, 22 laps. Only 7 seconds between the whole field. Well, top 3. All right, let's please set down those vibes and come on out to Marshall. I'm going to need 1 volunteer marshal.
Cracker. Kyle Brummett.
Jeff, are you helping me out on this one? Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Phil Raya. Greg Huey. Chris Simpson.
Bald, is your battery low on your transmitter? It's got the red light on it. Bald guy, is your battery low on your transmitter? It's got the red light on it. No, I'm talking about your radio.
The bald guy.
Okay, all right. All right.
Lou Torres.
Just trying to look out for you, man. Can't tell if his radio's dead. He can't see his car on the track because it's the same color as the track. All right, we got our marshals in place. We got all of our drivers warmed up, it looks like. Go ahead and get them rolling, please. All right, current TQ is 26,511. Chris Simpson. Second is 25,505. Kyle. So let's see where we can end up here. Chris's opening lap, an 11.4. Little tap, tap, taparoo there. Foofa. That was a good one. All right. Oh, my goodness. Caution underneath timing and scoring. Caution underneath timing and scoring. All right. Looks like Greg is retired from this one. All right. Fast feet there. Body tuck. Up. All right, missed my 90-second mark, but we are now 2 minutes in. Chris Simpson with a 26.505. Should be a new TQ pace. Lou Torres with a 25.508. Lou drives a lot better when his screws aren't loose. Kyle with a 25.509. He's only 0.3 of a second behind Lou. Bald guy, 24.508. Cracker with a 23.511. Phil with a 22.5 even. Caution in the chicane. Caution in the chicane. All clear there. All right, Kyle is 4.9 seconds behind Lou, the number 3 spot. Bald in the number 4 spot, 1.4 seconds
2
behind
minutes
Kyle. They are
left.
swapping back and forth a little bit. Minute 5 to go, minute 5 to go.
1 minute left.
Oh, Chris Simpson rolls it.
"45 seconds left.
Unfortunately, that did not cost him 11.5 seconds, so Lou's still about 11.6 seconds behind Chris Simpson there. Kyle Brummett, however, is only 2.8 seconds behind
left.
Lou, 27 seconds to go.
"15 seconds left.
Buy him dinner first, Lou. Jeez.
Cracker done. Phil Rya done. Kyle Brummett done. Chris Simpson done.
Keep it going, Lou.
The bald guy done. All drivers are finished.
All right.
Lou Torres
Chris,
done.
good enough for a new TQ, the 26.509. Lou, your number 2 slots after a tough start in Q1. GT12, you guys are up. If I could please have my 21.5 guys put their cars down, come back out for GT12. Going to need all of you guys that are not in GT12 to marshal, please.
John Sumner.
All right, let's get my marshals out here, please.
Lou Torres. Austin Tunney. divers. Conrad Brunner.
All right, just waiting on ball to get checked in here, and we can get going. Give him a minute.
The bald guy.
All right, guys, if you want to get yourselves rolling here. We are live. All right, Luke coming out strong with a 13.3 for his opening lap. All right, last round, Lou had a consistency of 98.59. You're slipping, Lou. All right, we are over 90 seconds in. Lou is in front with a new TQ pace of 23.508. Conrad with a 23.512. Bald Guy with a 22.507. Austin with a 22.507 as well. Bill with a 22.510. So your 3, 4, and 5 spot right now are all within about a second of each other. All right, Conrad just put down a heater of a 13.310. Now, Conrad's only a second off of Lou right now. Current TQ is Lou with a 22.5 even. Caution in the midfield. All clear.
2 minutes left.
All right, there's your leader following your number 2, Conrad, there, coming through the midfield. Your leader just cartwheeled there, but landed on all fours. That does leave the door open a little bit for Conrad. Only 4.7 seconds behind Lou. Minute 5 to go, minute 5 to go.
1 minute left.
Looks like Austin is out for this one. He's going to have to rely on his first qualifying round.
45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. "15 seconds left.
All right, 5 to go. Keep it going. Everybody's still alive. Keep it going. You guys
John
are still
Sumner
alive. Keep
done.
it going. Caution in the midfield.
Lou Torres done.
Bald guy, that was the number 2 spot
Conrad
for you,
Brunner
but
done.
let's see where that leaves you here.
The bald guy done.
Nope, you drop down to number 4.
All drivers are finished.
All right, all
Stivers
drivers are done. We will get going at 8:35 here. I saw a lot less breakage this time around, so I feel like we need a little less room. 8:35. All right, we'll go 8:40. 8:40. 8:40 because everybody cried so much. All right, so we're going at 8:40, so that's 18 minutes from now. 18 minutes. So your NASCAR, Kyle, Bald, and Jeff.
Kyle Brummett. Jeff Wellman. The bald guy.
All right, just waiting for our other GT12 marshals to step over here. Did we lose Bill for the evening? Oh, there's Bill. All right. If you guys want to take them to the lights, your order is going to be Kyle, Bald, and then Jeff. Everybody improved from Q1 to Q2, so. All right, we got our marshals in place. So we are going to start your mains with Box Stock NASCAR in less than 5. All right, this is definitely one to keep an eye on here because these guys were tenths of a second off. Big rollover by Bald here. Jeff slides into the 2 spot. All right, Jeff is looking much smoother this go around. Ooh. All right, so we'll have to look at how this goes for Bald Guy here. He's got a lot of work to do. He's 4.7 seconds behind Kyle. Not quite half a lap. So the question is Kyle going to be conservative for another 3 minutes here? Avoid rolling over and giving Bald that window. Now, Bald's gained half a second. He's 4.2 seconds behind now. Now he's cut that down to 3.5 seconds, so he is making a lot of progress on this here. 3.2 seconds. If he can pick up 0.3 of a second every lap here, he might have a chance here. Oh my God, he's just picked up another half a second. Where is he finding this time? And Jeff is staying with him the whole time. He's only 6.7 seconds off of Bald here.
2 minutes left.
It's now down to 2.1 seconds. This is just now Bald versus the clock here. Oh, just got a little bit of that barrier there. 90 seconds to go. Has about 7 laps to make up this time here. 3.1 seconds behind.
One minute left.
2.4 seconds behind.
"45 seconds left.
Still 2.4 seconds behind.
"30 seconds left.
2 seconds behind, 2 even. Got some lap traffic is coming up on here. Gets by it clean. Just don't know if he's going to have it now. They're both on the
15
backstretch at the same
seconds
time now.
left.
1.8 seconds. But this is going to be the last lap here. Kyle just needs a clean one. Round the hairpin, rear sweeper, down the backstretch, over the
Kyle
start
Brummett
finish.
done.
1.4
The bald
seconds.
guy done.
Nicely
All drivers
done.
are finished. Jeff Wellman done.
All right, right on. Let's go do a quick picture real quick, okay? While we're waiting for Vibe TC to get out there.
Conrad Brunner.
All right, we'll start to get these guys checked in. And this is one I'll need a couple volunteers for to marshal, please. 21.5 TC, you guys are next, just FYI.
Stivers. Mike Miles. Austin Tunney.
All right, looks like we got some marshals in place. I guess I need one more in that corner over there. Oh, thanks, Bald. Yep, great. All right, your lineup is going to be Conrad with your TQ of a 22.502.7, followed by Austin, followed by Bill, followed by Mike. Go ahead and get them lined up there. All right, everybody looks to be happy with the position they're in. Your lights are off. We are going to go in less than 5. Good, clean start. Excellent. Thank you, Mike. All right, both of them got a little hung up on that chicane there. But they are now 0.3 of a second off from each other, your leaders here. Ooh, they are just tip to tail right there. Austin kept himself out of trouble, but now he's having to fend off Bill Stivers here through this front of the driver's stand, through the midfield, through the chicane here. Conrad giving himself a little bit of breathing room while Austin's trying to fight it out with Bill there. .4 seconds separates 1, 2, and 3. .5 of a second between all three of them. Austin making up ground now, only 0.4 of a second behind Conrad. .230 down, 2:30 to go. Fast lap is Austin with a 13.2.
Two minutes left.
Oh, we got a body tuck there on Mike. Oh, it might have just saved it himself. Yep, there we go. All right, Bill Stivers only 4.5 seconds behind first and second, so well, that's not going to help. All right, Conrad's starting to put some distance between him and Austin. Less than 90 seconds to go. Thank you, Mike. Oh. Your leader gets caught up there. Now it is tip to tail here. Oh, that was almost a pass right there. Austin's going to try and take the inside. They're going to bring it around here. Both of them cleaned up their act a little bit. Oh, that was almost it right there. Conrad waits for him. Good work. All right, but now Bill's back in it. So now you have 1, 2, and 3 7/10 of a second separate them all. It is tight now. It is very tight now.
30 seconds left.
8/10 of a second separate all three of them. This is your 1, 2, 3 in front of the driver's stand. 24 seconds to go through the chicane.
"15 seconds left.
Oh, no. Austin took it a little too close.
Austin
All right.
Tunney done.
Austin's done, but Bill and Conrad just have to finish out this lap. Mike, you're still live.
Conrad Brunner done.
Woo!
Stivers done.
That was a close one.
All drivers
Nicely
are
done,
finished.
everybody.
Mike Miles done.
All right, we're going to do a quick photo over here for the podium. So please bring your car over to the podium. And then we'll need one volunteer for the touring car, 21.5 touring car.
Greg Huey. Cracker. Phil Raya.
Excellent, Jeff. Thank you. Wasn't sure if you're going to stick around. I appreciate it.
Chris Simpson. Kyle Brummett.
All right, the GT12 guys were just saucing their tires, so they're coming out to Marshall here in just a moment.
Lou Torres.
All right, Lou, you are checked in. Bald, are you out? Didn't even get to check in. All right, go ahead and line them up. Chris Simpson up front. Pick the dot that makes you happiest, followed by Kyle, followed by Greg, then Lou, Cracker, and Phil. Bill getting a photo for his AI overlords. All right, you guys feeling good about that? I should put him at the back of the pack for this.
The bald guy.
All right, can you make it around the track once? All right, you're going to be right behind Lou. Bill will put you in place there. All right, guys, 21.5 TC, A main. All right. Remember, you're not going to win it on the first turn unless you take out Chris Simpson. All right, 21.5 TC, main, Tuesday night on road, going in less than 5. Oh, that looks awesome. Nicely done, gentlemen. Oh. Getting into the mix there. What are you two doing? All right, Chris is going to go off and run his own race. Look at everybody else here. Kyle putting in an 11.8. Ooh, Huey takes a big roll there. Kyle gets all of that disc. That is going to change up your running order. Now Lou Torres up in the 2 spot, 4 seconds behind Chris Simpson. Greg Huey 2.7 behind Lou. Kyle just 0.7 of a second behind Greg. Let's see what happens on this go-around. Kyle just 1 second behind Greg now. Lou with an 11.9, Greg with an 11.9, Kyle with an 11.8, Chris Simpson with an 11.571. Got all of that one, Cracker. Thank you, Mike. Just wasn't hanging in there for you? All right, 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Lou Torres just 6.5 seconds behind Chris Simpson. Greg Huey 2.3 behind Lou. Kyle trying to get that final podium spot. That's not the way to do it. There we go. All right. Caution on the backstretch there. Caution on the backstretch. Now, is that Lou's opening right there? That puts Lou 0.6 of a second behind Chris.
1 minute left.
All right, coming up on 45 to go here. Lou is still within a second of Chris
45 seconds
Simpson.
left.
Kyle, 9.5 seconds behind Lou.
Seconds left.
Caution in the chicane, caution in the chicane.
15 seconds left.
I think that body is tucked all the way underneath that battery there, bald guy.
The bald guy done. Phil Rya done. Kyle Brummett done. Chris Simpson done.
All right.
All drivers are finished.
Everybody's done. That's the end of 21.5. That was a rough one there for a couple laps. Lou finished only 1.6 seconds behind Chris. So, Chris, Lou, and Kyle, please come over to get some podium pictures. GT12. Actually, you know what? We'll wait to do podium pictures after GT12 because a couple of these guys are in the next race. All right, GT12, you guys are up. Gonna need Cracker, Greg, Phil, Kyle, and Chris. All of you guys back up. Yeah, I said no. Sorry. I changed it up. Because all those guys. All right, well, you're there. All right, now we'll do it. I don't know how you guys hear me once, then I repeat it 3 times. Like, never mind, GT12 has to go. That's weird. That's all right. We were behind the speaker.
John Sumner. Stivers. Austin Tunney.
Conrad, are you going to make it? Oh, all right, okay. All right. Need everybody to go around just one more time here. Recheck in.
The bald guy. John Sumner. Austin Tunney. Lou Torres. Stivers.
Okie dokie, let's go ahead and line them up on the back there. Your order is going to be Lou, Bald, Bill, Austin, and Sumner. That's a good way to start. Lou, Bald, Bill, Austin, and Sumner. All right, guys, we feeling good about that? All right, last race of the night, GT12 A main, starting in less than 5. All right, Bill's already jumped up a spot here to the number 2. Let's see if he can hold on to that. I'm so happy to see this class back in action here in Indianapolis. GT12 is one of my favorites. Great class. Great pan car entry level. All right, Bald Guy regains his second place there. All right, Lou setting another fast lap, 13.317. He's got the whole course to himself right now. Roll over from Austin underneath the driver's stand there. All right, everybody's pretty evenly spread out here. Closest race right now is Bill Stivers trying to get that number 2 spot back from Bald Guys, 1.1 seconds behind Bald. Big hit, big hit. Still hanging tough, though. All right, looks like we have a issue
2
with
minutes
Bill.
left.
Sumner moves up into the 3 spot. Austin is about 5.2 seconds behind Sumner with 1:45 to go.
One minute left.
All right, Austin now 2.5 seconds behind Sumner. Let's see if he can close in enough to get that third podium
45
spot.
seconds left.
Right now, Sumner's basically just has to run about 3 good laps here, clean, and he should be able to secure that third spot on the podium.
30 seconds left.
barring any disasters, Bald and Lou probably are secure with their spots. But this is the race that's happening right now. Now down to 1.1 seconds
left.
They're going to get one more lap to battle it out here. 0.6 of a second.
Lou Torres done.
This is going to come down to it. Just one clean turn. Oh, 0.3 of a second.
Austin Tunney done. All drivers are
That
finished.
is your podium.
The
Lou,
bald guy
Bald,
done.
and Sumner. That is it for tonight. Thank you so much for coming in. We'll go ahead and get those GT12 pictures over there.